welcome to the Not So Traveling Introvert. Today I would like to talk about negotiation skills. Everything we do in life, in a way, is a negotiation. And especially at work, or even outside of work, just for general things. And generally, the negotiation process includes preparing, discussing, goal clarification, working towards a win-win outcome. The idea behind negotiations is that everyone feels that they've come out with something, not that someone loses and somebody wins. The idea is to make an agreement. So if you want to be a master negotiation, there's a few things that you should know, or at least become skilled at. Study effective verbal communication. When you negotiate with people, it might be face to face, or it might be on the phone right now, to be honest, or on Zoom. And you hopefully get to see people's reactions. So understanding verbal communication is great, but really understanding non-verbal communication can be super helpful as well. You need to know a lot about your audience so you can choose the right words and frame the discussion correctly. A lot of the time when I was working in HR, you'd have people come up to me, and some will be in finance, some will be in marketing, some will be in another department. If you use the words and the lingo that they use to describe things, they'll feel like they're being heard and that you understand them and what their needs are. So I highly recommend that. Also, what's really important is how you listen. Not learning how to listen more, but learning how to listen better. Part of the problem when people are listening is they're not really listening. They're already reframing the next thing that they're going to say or wanting to interrupt. So they're not actually listening. Take the time to listen to what the person is saying, and it will make things better for you in the future. You can repeat what they've said or ask for clarification, but at least you're not just sitting there waiting for your turn to speak. Also, if you know that you're going into negotiation, sometimes you will know it in advance, prepare for it. Make sure that you know about the entire situation. Ask questions. Figure out what both sides want from this agreement or from this negotiation. What would be considered good, great, amazing, and what would be a deal breaker. Look at all scenarios, not just what you're thinking of doing, but maybe there are different ways to do and get the same result, but in a different way. Make sure goals are clarified, because you might say something and think that you're talking about one particular issue or one way of doing things, and then you find out later down the road that someone had a different opinion or a different thought about what was being talked about. And that's not great. So make sure you discuss the issues at hand, start with where you agree, get the things you do decide on in writing from the start of your meeting, and that way you can start from a secure place where both of you are happy about where you stand and go from there, rather than thinking he said or she said and they said and that sort of a thing. Now, to prevent misunderstandings, what you need to do is write things down, talk about things, clarify, reframe, and even reword it. Sort of, I think that I heard that you wanted X, Y, and Z. Is this correct? And even if it seems obvious, state it out loud just to be sure, because you never know what you might be missing out on. And so make sure, and this is the thing that people sort of forget about after they've gone ahead and got an agreement. Once you've settled on something, get it in writing and move on. But not only that, make sure that you implement the actions that have been agreed on. As soon as possible, start implementing all the things that have been said and the agreements that have been made after the negotiation. Don't wait. Set up a schedule, in fact, and follow up on everything that you're going to do. Remember, to be really good at negotiation, you need to find where you agree and the other person can meet in the middle. And then put your focus on issues, and you can make compromises. Compromises are fine. But make sure when leaving the negotiation table, both parties should feel as if they've both won some things and lost some ideas, but be generally happy with the results. It's great if they're all thrilled and everybody's happy, but most of the time it's, you win some and you lose some. Make a list of things that are non-negotiable, deal breakers, and things that are nice to have. And this will make things a lot easier when you are negotiating. This is Janice from The Career Introvert, helping introverts build their brand and get hired. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you next week.